Okay, first of all, good morning. The reason I'm doing this video in bed because I woke up in excruciating pain in my neck area and in my side. So I'm laying down for a little bit. Plus I'm about to go back to sleep. But let me say this about these situations with women that don't have kids and you got men that are trying to get them to have kids. Okay? First of all, I'm a certified recovery, healing, and recovery addiction coach. So I'm going to be as real and transparent based on facts and statistics and also based on the real life situation as a single mother. Okay, men say a lot of things, okay? They really do. Women say a lot of things. Parents say a lot of things. Everybody got a lot to say about your life, okay? And there are millions of people that have had kids that either ended up being single mother or they were married and ended up being single mothers. Either way it go, the woman ended up raising the kids. Now, mind you, there are times where somebody may pass away and the man may end up having those kids. But you know what those men end up doing 9 times out of 10? They will bring another woman into that situation who don't got kids or somebody who already got kids themselves to come in and raise them kids. But what we don't want to talk about is the domestic violence that happens, the abuse that happens, the MO that happens, the SA that happens. We don't want to talk about how these women resent their kids because their father is no longer in the picture and they hate their kids because of the fact that they feel like those kids are the reason they can't do what they want to. They'll have new kids and treat the other children like they don't exist. And the father won't even come in at all. I've seen women that ended up homeless and the kids are out there and not nobody, not the family members, not even the baby daddy will come out there and come get them kids. They just won't. And for the parents, it's because they told the girl not to get pregnant and she got pregnant. And every day is being thrown in her face the mistake that she made as far as being a single mother. So there are some mothers and fathers that will not help that child because she went against their wishes of what they wanted and had a baby. Number two, you got women right now that have been through domestic violence and their children have been abused and essayed. You got women that will stay with a man even though that man did something to their daughter. They don't care. It is more important for them to have a man than it is for them to be there for their kids, to protect their kids. See, we always want to talk about having children, but you're bringing them into a world where you're not financially stable. Y'all don't want to talk about how most of these girls have children between the age of 8 years old to the age of 22. And I'm talking about their first one. Most of these girls had kids when they were in high school, junior high, elementary school, is when they had kids. And the parents are not no longer going to be raising their grandbabies because they watched the way their mothers did them. Now, mind you, my mother never let my grandmother raise us. She didn't. She never did. So she raised us on her own. And not only that, the inconvenience of jobs. Let's talk about that as a single mother. Your child go to school at 7 in the morning, between 6:30 and 7:30 in the morning. They get out of school between 12 and 3:30, right? Are you going to be able to get them off the bus? No. That's why they're in daycare. The reason why there are all of these jobs is because not everybody is good at everything. So if a man does not know how to fix a car, that's why you have a mechanic. When it comes to grocery stores, because majority of the houses are apartments, you got to go grocery shopping, right? Supply and demand. So the fact that these men are saying women need to be married, no, you just want a mother. Because let me tell you what a lot of men do. As soon as you got kids, They look at you as a mom. They don't look at you as a wife. They do not look at you as a girlfriend that they knew. You are a mother. You're going to be the one changing diapers. You're going to be the one when the kids make a mess and after you just cleaned that house. A 2-year-old ain't going to do nothing but turn around and make the same mess. It is almost impossible to clean a house when you got a 2-year-old. Your house ain't really going to be clean again until your kids get like 7 or 8, to be honest. We got to stop with this illusion of having kids, knowing full well that if a man gets tired, he can't have sex the way he wants to. He's used to you being sexually a certain way, and then all of a sudden, when you're not that, he wants to go and cheat. One woman just talked about how she was a Christian woman, how she was married, gave her husband 5 kids. He left her, gave her STDs, and she's 50, and she's finally met a man that she can travel when she wants to because all her kids are grown, and they're all at the house. The only reason that your parents want you out the house is so they want their freedom. They want to be able to walk around their house naked, and they want to go right back to being in the Adam and Eve phase of being able to walk around their house and be bliss and be basically naked. And I know Adam and Eve wish the same. So I am not mad at any woman that is no rush to be married, no rush to have kids, living her best life, traveling the world, because honestly, I had a child with autism. And that's even harder. They don't talk about how hard it is to raise a child with a disability when you don't have CAP services. When your child got behavioral issues. When you every day got to go to the school because your child got issues. No, you don't understand. Now, mind you, mine wasn't like that because I dealt with consequences and repercussions and karma very early. But still, there are a lot of parents don't even want to even accept the fact that their kids even got a disability. So at the end of the day, we have to stop with having children is the best thing that ever happened to a person. Not necessarily. Not for everybody. Now, for some people, that child saved their life because they were more than likely going to be alone the rest of their life. And that child is a savior to that parent. So some parents like myself, my child is a blessing. So I'm blessed to have my child every day. But for other people, that ain't always the case. There are some people that want to be mothers. And in the beginning, that's true. Until that man decides he want to leave. And you got to raise them kids by yourself. And then you got men now complaining when they have to have their kids every 2 weeks. Talking about something they don't want their kids every 2 weeks. So yeah, men want to have kids. They just don't want to raise them. Now mind you, there's some good men out here in Savannah that love their kids. They care about their kids. And they are there. Don't get me wrong. There are men that actually are, truthfully speaking, there. Change diapers, do all of that. But that's because them and their wife are in a position to where both of them are either doing social media, build a business, build a brand, to where they can enjoy that child. But I am telling you, all the going out, all the date nights, all of that is out the window. Your date nights are Chuck E. Cheese, Disney World, Disneyland. Your date nights is with your kid. Your sex life is non-existent for at least a good 4 or 5 years. And then between going to school and working, you ain't gonna have time. Now, if your husband and wife, both of y'all are business people and y'all are content creators, yes, you can do that. When you got money, yes, you can have your life back. But you can't have your life back when you work in a regular 9-to-5 job. When both of y'all work in different schedules, when both of y'all are tired, got to come home, help with homework, buy clothes because they outgrow clothes. Then eventually your kids start wanting all this expensive stuff because you introduced them to it. Let's not even forget about sports and all of this other stuff they got going on. So if you think having a kid is easy, it ain't. So to be mad at these young girls who realize that they don't want nor are they ready for that, I'm not mad at that. And